Hi, I'm Miss Toy, and I want to welcome you to tonight's segment of Inside the Haven. I'm so glad you joined us. Inside the Haven, we are mentoring minds and changing lives. The show is for our young men and young women in the community, ages 13 to 24. Our purpose is to help you, a young person, identify or excel in your purpose. So, I want to speak to you, mom, dad, auntie, uncle. Get someone on the phone, a young person that you love. Call them and let them know that Inside the Haven is on. We have a great guest tonight, Miss Lakiesha Houston. She's a published author, and again, go get someone, let them know we're on, and we will be right back. Welcome back to Inside the Haven. Before we get started, I want to, our quote for tonight is live life on purpose and not by default. A computer screen, everyone's computer screen it gives you two choices. Either you can use a default screen, or you can pick a screen. What's it called? What's the screen called? The default screen, the home screen. I don't know. The home screen. Either you can use the one that the computer selects for you, or you can select one for yourself. And usually the choices that the computer gives you are not as nice as maybe, a picture out of your camera or whatever. But you have the default screen or the screen you select on purpose. Well, you'll like the one that you select on purpose a lot better because it's your choice. Well, life is the same way. Either you're living life by default, where you're just letting life select for you what you're going to do every day, or you're living life on purpose where you pick and choose what you're going to do every day. You pick and choose what time you're going to get up, what you're going to eat, and so on and so forth. God has a purpose and a plan for you, and his purpose and plan for you is good, is wonderful. A lot of the times the things that you plan on doing, that you want to do, are according to his plan for you. So I encourage you, make up your mind and choose to live life on purpose and not by default. Those that live by default, they fall into trials and tribulations like drugs and promiscuity or a lot of negativity, is out there waiting for you if you're living life by default. But if you're on purpose, you'll be in purpose. All right? Okay. And with that, I want to welcome Miss Francine Houston to Inside the Haven. She's a beautiful young lady. I met her. We both belong to American Writers Association of America. Yeah. A wonderful group. And so Francine, among other things, she's a published author. So, Miss Houston, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 36.
36. And so, tell us about your book.
My book is basically, it starts off like as a memoir. It's basically saying how after my grandmother passed, I ended up having like odd symptoms and ended up getting lupus like in my high school year, my senior high school, and how explaining what lupus is, it's an autoimmune disease that can like affect any organ in your body. But throughout the book, I'm talking about how God taught me ways to, I was getting healed, like God was restoring my hair. He was healing my body. How the journey that I had going through lupus, going through, dealing with high school, dealing with college, and seeing if I can just live like a normal life without, dealing with lupus in the back of my head, and how God showed me how to eat better and, take care of myself.
So how long had it been? So Lou began to be diagnosed with lupus when?
My senior year in high school.
Senior high school.
Yeah.
I people die from lupus, don't
Oh,
they?
yes, they do.
So, do you still have symptoms?
Um, right now, I was just told that I was in remission, pretty much. Like I
Praise
went
God.
to
Good,
my
good.
kidney doctor and everything. They was just like, I was asking about working normal. They was like, yeah, you can work normal hours and stuff. It's like, I didn't understand it. Most people with the disease, it's like it takes their life. They can't. They stay in the bed all day. They take medication. They can't work.
But you're up and at 'em.
I'm up and at 'em and trying to do a lot of stuff. Like I'm back like, oh, I can do this and I like doing that. And
I think that one thing about that I've learned about purpose is that what you're saying just goes along with what the quote I just read is living life on purpose and not by default.
Yeah.
Not speaking about anyone else who has it and maybe they're doing something different or not able to do what you do,
Right.
but talking about your situation, it just sounds like that you made a choice to live,
Yes.
to live and to enjoy life and to defeat this thing.
Yes.
So how long had you wanted to put this in a book? Or bagging up before that, is this your first book?
This is my very first book.
Okay.
Yes. I wanted to put this in a book. I think a little bit after I found out I was diagnosed, and everybody suggested that I put it in a book for somebody else who was out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started. At first, I didn't want to do it, but then I started thinking about it. There's other people out here. They may have got it either at my age or younger or even older, and how they should just know that they can overcome this, and they don't. This don't have to be their life sentence. Like I had to tell myself, this wasn't my life sentence. That I can live through this. So. Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful. So being a published author again. So, did you have any training at? Do you have a college degree?
Yes, I have a college degree.
And what is your degree in?
Actually, I have 3. I have.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I
good.
think I've been. Yeah, that was called a professional student for a minute. I went to my.
It paid off though.
Yes, I
Good.
went to my, and I got my associate's degree in applied science.
Okay.
Then I went and continued at College for Creative Studies to get communication design. And then I even went to fashion school a little bit after that and got my associates in like fashion design. So it's like I learned how to, merge the graphics and the fashion. They kind of helped each other out. So yeah.
So does that training, did that help you with this book?
Yes, it did, cause I actually they would have us doing a lot of writing in school, and I didn't really think that much about it, but I ended up joining like a poetry club at my and I was learning how to write poetry. Then I wrote my first poem, "Funny How Things Change," and it was talking about lupus and stuff like that. But I ended up having like a creative writing class in college as well, and it really just brought out more of my writing ability. And I didn't really know I had a writing ability. They just go saying, "You're a good writer." I was like, "Really? I'm just describing how popcorn smell. Like I wasn't really doing that much." So I was just like, okay, well that's fine. Okay, you're saying I'm a good writer, then maybe I can just keep on trying, write more.
Right. That is so. Life is so amazing. God is so amazing because, whether a person acknowledges God or not, God he loves us so much that he administrates and orchestrates our lives. And he draws us into purpose. In some cases he's drawing us, in other cases he's pushing us, and even the adversity, your adversity is drawing you into a purpose.
Oh yeah.
And because if you could never help anybody, with lupus if you hadn't had it yourself.
Yes.
So not that God put that on you, of course not, but because it has come upon you, you've decided to take it and make it a positive.
Yes.
A good thing has come out of it. I mean, yeah. So so you got 3 degrees, and so I also heard you say that one of them deals with fashion.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that a little bit.
Basically with that one we learned. I only went for.
Well, are you using that now?
Oh yeah,
okay.
I use it now. I have a clothing line that I do FH Designs. Every now and then I got it like on Instagram. I put stuff up there. So every now and then I vendor. I try to do photo shoots with Emmanuel or with my sister. and I just make the outfits, and we either wear them. I was looking for models to like be like walking models and stuff like that, but I got into that like a couple of years ago because I was like I had like I started out having a business as a graphic designer and learning media and stuff like that, but I ended up also adding fashion to it. So I started noticing like most of my graphic clients turned into my fashion clients. Like It was like, okay, I want you to do this, but then I want you to sew me this or do an alteration. So I was seeing how it flowed. So eventually it's like they all came to, it was kind of like all coming together.
Coming together.
So, yeah.
Do you like doing alterations?
Yes, I actually did an alteration last week.
Good for you. I used to sew. I have a machine I haven't used in years. I hated doing alterations. But, everything is not for everybody.
Yeah.
You have to find out what fits and what works in your life and what you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Because, if you don't enjoy doing it, it's a clue that this might not be your purpose.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a clue. So did you have a mentor or a role model?
For my mentor, I have a mentor in my fashion. Her name is Ebony Rollins. She is over at E. Rollins Group, and she really guided me throughout the whole fashion process. And Lakeisha F. And I also had another one named Allison Kerr. She's really good at
Are they
fashion.
both here in Flint?
No, unfortunately, they're out that way.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. Before we continue, this is very interesting. Before we continue, we're going to take a break.
Okay.
And we will be right back. Welcome back to Inside the Haven, where we are still mentoring minds and changing lives. And we have a shout out tonight. Our shout out is to Frederick Simpson. This was sent in by his mother, Alvarine Simpson. Frederick graduated from the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland, and he just completed his electrical engineering training as an ensign over his naval ship's electrical department in Jacksonville, Florida. Frederick, we congratulate you. I remember when Frederick was a little boy, and he's grew up and he's doing great things. And once again, we congratulate you. And thank you, Alvarine Simpson, for sending that in. And also, I want to let you know what we're Inside the Haven. We're calling all preteens, teens, and young adults. Inside the Haven we're presenting our second annual citywide abstinence rally. Is going to be held the second Saturday of October, October 15th of this year. And we're also doing a walk the same day. The walk starts at 10, just to bring awareness to the cause. And it's going to be at the Ignite Center at 4510 South Dort Highway. That's in Flint, Michigan. It's on the corner of South Dort Highway and Hemphill Road. We'll be serving a light breakfast for the walkers, and a pizza lunch will also be served. We're giving away a $500 prize to the group who registers and brings the most participants. This will be done in an atmosphere without condemnation. We're coming together again to lift up and celebrate our youth. So bring your loved ones, ages 13 to adult, to this fun and informative event. We're going to have music, a dance ministry, spoken word poetry, and more. And we're going to be talking about abstinence or sex from the physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects. So for more information, you can call me at 810-577-6556, or you can call Uniquely Created Children's Center at 732-2100. Oh, and you can also, attention youth groups, you can come and you can set up a table free of charge, and you can promote your group. All right, Miss Lakiesha. I'm sorry, Francine. Lakeisha is your middle name, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
fine.
sorry. But that has a very nice flow, Francine Lakiesha Houston. All right. Okay, so let me see. So this is your first book. Do you plan to write any other books?
Yeah, I have a continuation called Life After Lupus. I'm working on it right now.
Okay.
And I'm talking more about dialysis and the kidneys, and really that one I couldn't give up. Like, it kind of happened a couple of years ago. I ended up just having like a abscess in my mouth or something, and next thing I know, I had a cold and my kidney was trying to fail on me, but God, I could say that because I was going to be on the transplant list. However, God like revived and healed my kidneys.
Wow.
And I'm not on dialysis. I'm able to work a regular job. So it just basically brought me back to being, thankful and like, okay, Lord, I can do all these things.
Wow,
now.
this is amazing.
So I wanted to talk about that one. I mean that next.
And you've kind of already said this, but what obstacles have you had to overcome to write this book, and to live your life?
The obstacles
Is the lupus, huh?
was the lupus itself and finding the right publisher. Like I was dealing with a lot of publisher problems.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to write it with a lot of different people, and it got to the point God was like, "You're gonna have to write this yourself."
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna do something with my sisters and do something with somebody else. I had to drop all of that and then just write it myself. So that was the obstacles that
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what do you feel is your greatest accomplishment so far?
I think me was to go to Layperson's Bible College.
Where's that?
That's kind of far out. It's at Word of Faith in Southfield. I went there in 2011 and graduated in 2013. But it helped me because I didn't know a lot of stuff was happening. Was gonna come my way afterwards. Like that was one of the biggest trials I had with the kidney stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But me learning and knowing the word helped me overcome it a lot faster. Like that happened like a year. Usually, if I ever had a flare up, it lasts for a very long time, like 5 or 6 years or so. But that one, it's like I got remission like this, and I was like, it's good that I had the word and I knew, I was equipped. So yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So would you say that our young people, it would be a great benefit if they sought a relationship with God?
Yes, that's like the most important. Like I got saved at 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I had a cousin who was like, we go to church. Then next thing you know, I'm like, what about God? What is all of this? And eventually, I started developing a relationship with him. Like, I would hear him at night, like, okay, somebody's calling my name. Who is this? Who is calling my name? And God was like, it's me. I'm like, really? Like, wow. So that's when I started, like, hearing his voice and having that relationship with him. And it's good to start young. It's really good to start young because then God can like guide you and tell you where He wants you to be at. You can really hear from Him and know the plan that He has for your life at an early age.
Right,
yeah.
right. I believe that. I think it's best to start young, but it's never too late. It's never too late. Never too late. And so you say you are writing another book. So are you? Where are you at in that? Are you almost done with it? You just started.
I was gathering notes.
I
was gathering notes and writing down little stuff here and there about the events that happened, and I even asked Cynthia how it could end. So I was trying to have like a word of encouragement for people, so to let them know like regardless of what you faced it, with God you can overcome it, and like encourage them that you don't have to live your life being on dialysis. I met another lady she off dialysis, so I was like, okay, Lord, I wanted to do this just to encourage other people.
So let's get into the steps it took you to write a book, because no doubt somebody's out there that would like to write a book themselves, some young person. So what are the steps you took? Let's say you said you found a good publisher.
Yeah, found a good publisher. Basically, I had to figure out the best way to write it. Either you integrate it with poetry, or you do an outline.
Is yours integrated with poetry?
It's integrated with poetry.
Is it? Okay. So you found a good publisher, and then you put together an outline.
Yeah, you put together an outline. I looked at all the writings that I had and see if it was all up to date to what I was talking about. Stuff like that. And then you have to figure out, okay, am I doing nonfiction or I'm doing a fictional?
The genre.
Yeah, the genre. So I did nonfiction. Eventually, I want to do some fictional books as well, but I started with nonfiction.
And so I would think in your case, you probably had to do some research as well.
Oh yeah, I'm not a medical background person,
Right.
so I had to really research stuff. I had to talk to a lot of my friends that was in the medical field.
Mm-hmm.
I have a sister that had a medical background. I have another friend that has a medical background, so I had to ask a lot of people stuff
Mm-hmm.
and look up a lot of stuff like the internet and books. And people was giving me books. Look at this book; it has something to do with the kidney. Look, this book has something to do with lupus. This can help you. This can help you. So they was constantly giving me research.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So in your book writing journey, did you ever come to a place where you felt like, I don't think I can do this, or I'm gonna quit, or
Yeah, a lot. Because I was just like, I'm not a writer. What? Why am I trying to write this book? Like, I'll speak about it. I used to go to lupus. I used to go to the lupus things that they had, the events. Even last year, I spoke and just told them what happened, like how I was dealing with lupus. But in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm not gonna really try to publish this book. Like, please, no, I'm not. You know, I'm not. I better just talk about it. Go to events, talk to other people, try to encourage, like, hey, I'm doing okay. You can do okay too. But they was just like, yeah, I know you got a book. You posted it somewhere. Where is the book at, Francine? I'm like, yeah, it'll be out very soon.
now I heard somebody say that once you write a book and you put it out there, other doors begin to open up.
Oh yes, yes they do. Yes they do. Yeah.
So one of the doors that opened up was the speaking engagement, or
Yes, because I have I have a speaking engagement on the 20th, and because I did women who inspire. They do something for people who survive cancer and lupus.
was that in Flint?
Unfortunately, no. I'm sorry.
What
They need to do some stuff
good.
out here. Yeah. But I was talking to a lady named Nancy, and she said, we're doing a panel, Women Who Inspire panel, and we want you to speak about your book.
Wow.
So it opened the door. Like, I really wasn't thinking about this book at all. I didn't even tell her. I guess she must have saw it online, or the lady Sharon told her or something. So I was just like, sure, I'll go talk about it. That's not, they was like, we want you to talk about health, or you talk about lupus and, what you did for it. And I was like, well, can I bring somebody to know about health? They can be in the audience. You know what you're talking about.
Right. You wrote a book.
I was just like, okay, sure. Right. I said, sure, I'll come.
So you put it online, or you put it on Facebook, or?
I was putting it on Facebook for a long time. I had like pictures with my sisters being, there and everything.
Wow.
And for years, it just wasn't coming out. Like 2001, I put it out there, like, coming soon, lupus journey, coming soon, sister struggles, all this type of stuff. And it just took year after year. I'm like, I'm not meeting the right people. What's going on, guy? And once I met Cynthia Hatcher, this book came out. She was like, when you gonna publish it? She was on me. Like, when you gonna publish it? The time is now. I went to It's Time this year, in April. And she was like, okay, it's time. Yeah, it's time for you to publish this book.
And here it is.
And here it is, right here. And I'm still shocked that I have this proof. Like,
so let the audience see it again. Lupus Journey. So if they want one of your books, how can they get a hold of you?
They can get it on Amazon, or you can go to FrancineLHouston.com, and I have my information, my phone number, my email address, all of that.
So either Amazon or FrancineHouston.com.
Yeah, FrancineLHouston.com.
FrancineLHouston.com. Remember that. If you need a book about health, a book about positivity, a book about overcoming. What does it say? It says Lupus Journey, a memoir of the experience with lupus, a story of survival through faith, prayer, and sisterhood. Look her up. Okay. Well, with that, what's next for you? What else do you want to achieve?
Let me see. The next achievement, I wanna work more in my businesses as well, and like work on helping other people's businesses. Work on more of these books.
How would you help other people with their business?
I do. I have a company called Scenic Media, so I help people, like, if they, like, right now I'm helping one of my friends. She does food. Like, I'm helping her business cards and her logo.
So you do graphic design?
Yeah, graphic design. The guy Emmanuel wanted to do a clothing line called Hippie by Nature for plus size, so he wanted me to do a logo. Like, little stuff here and there. That's how I would, like, that'd be my way of serving to other people and helping them see their visions come to pass. And, and I use Scenic Media to do my covers.
You did your own cover?
Yes, I did my own cover.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
It's nice. I like it. So again, one thing the show is about is just to uplift and encourage youth to excel and identify their purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you share a positive experience or offer some words of encouragement to someone out there who may want to be a published author, or maybe they might want to be a fashion designer or graphic arts, or
For them just to not give up on it, to know that it can come to pass, that the things you really want to do can happen. I didn't ever imagine that this book would be published. Like, I kept on dreaming about it, thinking about it, you know. And as far as fashion, I was just like, I couldn't even imagine myself being on a runway doing this stuff. So it can happen. Like, if you really want to do something, just go out, try it. Go out there and, see about it.
Mm-hmm. So, you did say you had a degree though in fashion.
Yeah.
Okay. and so how long have you been modeling then, or how long?
As far as that, that's only been like 4 years.
Okay.
For FH Designs, it's been 4 years, but I learned, I was like behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would do vanity, like, back in like 2010 and be the dresser. So I was learning how to dress the models back there. And then next thing I know, I learned how to be a stylist. So I was like styling the models. I was just I didn't know I was slowly getting to the front, because I was just like, let me stand
You were in training. Again, like I said, God is, he's pushing us or pulling us, or sometimes it's a little bit of both, into purpose. And we don't always realize that sometimes the things we're involved in, they're leading us. God is leading us, into purpose.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming, because I was like, I'm dressing the models. I'm learning how to style them. I'm going to stay back here. That was where I was comfortable at. And everybody started pointing me out. I went to school with Francine. She know how to sew. She can do fashion. I was like, stop calling me out. Stop calling me out. And next thing I know, there was just like, the lady came up to me. Her name was Abby. Like, you know how to sew? I should get you to start doing your stuff.
Where'd you learn how to sew?
I learned how to sew at IADT. And I also went back, because I haven't been.
What is IADT?
It's International Academy of Design Technology.
Now, is that in Flint?
That's in Troy, Michigan.
Okay. Are you a native of Flint?
Yes, I'm a native.
Okay, because you do everything. I mean, that's good as long as you get it done.
I still do stuff out here.
Okay.
I'm like, but most of the stuff you have to. It seemed like they really didn't have fashion schools out here. So
we used to have home economics in school, where I learned how to sew in school, and then I have an aunt who was she could sew real good, and I learned from her, and then I had it in school. So okay, well, we're kind of running out of time here. We really enjoyed having you, and congratulations on your book, your first book. I just know that won't be the last book. And to our listening audience out there, thank you for joining us. I want to invite you again to if you can't be here with us in the studio, although I would love for you to come, you can always go to the website InsideTheHaven.com, and you can post an interview there. The questions are there. All you have to do is go to you can access the website from your phone, or from a computer, of course, or a tablet. Just go to InsideTheHaven.com and post an interview. Go to Adult Workday Wednesdays and answer the questions. Upload a picture, and we will upload it into the computer. And we would appreciate that very much. And with that, we are done. Good night.